Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. Thank you for joining me for this video. And yes, according to The Athletic, the Jaguars and the Falcons, they are set to host games in London as part of the new NFL schedule is going to be released tomorrow. We'll start to see leaks here and there. And I'll be sure to cover as much as I can. Definitely excited to do that. So looking forward to this. Been looking forward to this for a minute. But at least we have an idea now of two of the teams that will be a part of two games in which they'll have down in London. That being said, I did hear that the reason that they chose that London will be a possibility is because of how controlled they have the COVID situation down there, at least enough to where they feel comfortable scheduling this on the schedule. And so there will not be any games held in Mexico this year. But hopefully we'll get back to being able to have more international games after this current season, as we've known, as we've grown accustomed to, honestly. Now, prior to 2005, just thinking about the history of international games, whenever you did see an international game, it was mostly during the preseason as a way of the NFL trying to create more awareness. And so they really did that during the preseason. And it wasn't until really going back to the 2005 year where the 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals played each other in New Mexico City. And the Arizona Cardinals won that game 31-14, but that really sparked the first game in which they started playing regular season games outside of the U.S. And that was I remember that going back to that year. That had to be around the time where the Cardinals, I believe that they either had Josh McCown at quarterback or they were transferring over to guys like Matt Leinart. It was somewhere around that time frame for them. And I believe the 49ers, they had Alex Smith, a young Alex Smith. So, but yeah, so that definitely drew a significant amount of interest, drawing almost 103,467 spectators to the game, which was the highest game attendance until that time. And so that success really motivated Roger Goodell to discuss the idea of possibly even having a Super Bowl in London at some point in the future. And so, but just to start creating more NFL's international series from there. And it's definitely been paying off. Obviously, last year that wasn't the case because of COVID-19, but a post-COVID world, they're definitely wanting to tap into more international games for sure. And so, and yes, it was extremely popular, and sales were skyrocketing. And so the first ever game that was played in London was actually hosted by the Miami Dolphins against the New York Giants in Wembley Stadium. And that was 2007, October of 2007. And the Giants defeated the Dolphins during the first regular season outside of North America for them. And the game proved to be an enormous success after tickets finished off within the first 90 minutes after being on sales. So that just goes to show how strong that market is. I mean, just 90 minutes after being on sale and it's already sold out. That's tremendous. That's tremendous. So yeah, definitely some great history there, and I'm really excited to see what else is going to be coming forward for the NFL schedule. Obviously, looking forward to finding out who's Tampa Bay going to be playing the first game of the season to open up the season. The expectation is that they're going to be hosting. I think only 1 year, and that was the Ravens when they won the Super Bowl, that the Super Bowl team did not host. So odds are they're going to be hosting that first game. It's just a matter of who's their opponent's going to be, whether it's the Cowboys, the Bills. We'll have to see what the NFL goes with, but definitely excited to see what's going to take place next. But with that being said, thank you so much for joining me for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, as more news continues to drop, you can be sure to find it here. So thanks again for watching and have a great rest of your day.